Juice. I'll get you some juice. I've been waiting for a chick like you to make me feel alive. I've been waiting for a bitch like you to make me come alive. Yeah, waiting for these bitches like you. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Happy New Year to my sis, Kira. I'm not for everyone. And Quita, what's going on? Man. Listen, I woke up. The COVID kind of took everything out of me. It's not really so much the COVID, but I'm going through menopause at the same time. So I'm kind of drained, right? I feel like I can do things, but when it's time to get up, I'm like, oh, no, I'm going back to sleep. So, and COVID this time took me, like I'm out of breath a lot. So, okay, I'm about to make a juice out of it. I recently just woke up, so I decided to come downstairs. I was over there looking at Fight Club, and started thinking to myself, like, why in the hell they call it Fight Club? What's up, hard hitter? How you doing? And Happy New Year to you all. Why is it called Fight Club when really you're not really allowed to fight certain people? It feels like it's more of a scam. You know what I'm saying? And they could do it the way they want it, and if people want to do it that way and participate, nothing wrong with that neither. I'm just wondering what the hell is going on, Black people? Right? What's going on? So you get up there, somebody pay you $50 or $20. Look like they lowered the price, right? $20 to get you off for 15 minutes. Then somebody gives $20 to bring you back up. So I watched a guy named Sir, right? Now, do I agree with what Sir was saying? Nah, I actually agree with what Anton was saying, and what in the moment. Now, you know, everybody have their moments, y'all, where you might agree with something they say. Anton is a ball of fucking confusion. Okay, being 40 years old, still hasn't registered with his brain yet. He's still childlike in many ways, like the bragging of himself. It's very childlike. You know what I mean? I'm bragging, and he does that in order for everybody else to look at him a certain way, and that's how I know he's a fraud. That's how I know he's a fraud, right? I'm just waiting for the rest of you to realize the nigga is a fraud, because baby, when you got it, you ain't got to announce it. You ain't got to tell it. It don't have to come out your mouth, and it don't really matter anyway. Like if you're a millionaire and you ain't giving me no millions, if I don't have a chance to even get some of that, like you ain't creating a business where you letting me know you're a millionaire and you're accepting business ideas from others so you can invest in that and shit like that. Like if you're not doing no shit like that, then what the fuck does it matter to me and everybody else? If you're a millionaire, and millionaires don't do it like that. They're not walking around announcing that they're millionaires. So what would be the purpose of being on the internet claiming you're a millionaire? And everybody, if he's a millionaire, then why are y'all giving him money? So we give millionaires money? We do give millionaires money when we get something in return, right? We buy their products and shit like that. But you mean millionaires are on YouTube building money so they can, building what? Businesses so they can get money? And the closest thing we found Wasn't even his idea, but somebody else's idea. Well, hey, how much it costs to knock that person off? And then somebody said, well, I want them to come back. They can only speak to certain people. It's called Fight Club, but is it really there to fight? Because I still have yet to see Brittany, Aaron, or any of them motherfuckers like that. I have yet to see them be able to hold their own, right, in something called Fight Club. Now I was a little shocked when people said, Bob, you know, they came up with the idea of Fight Club because of you. Well, I already know that. Because see, when we was on this bitch, first of all, I'm not the start of it, right? If you go in other sectors, there was other sectors on this bitch who were already going at each other, right? Even before YouTube, we was on other programs doing what these niggas doing. So they over there acting like they invented the wheel. The wheel been around for millions of years, motherfucker. But they acting like they invented the wheel. But that's cool. Nothing wrong with that, right? But the issue come when they faking the funk, when they acting like it's Fight Club. Oh, this is Fight Club. And then people get blocked. Yeah, man, you get blocked. You hurt their little wee little feelings, they get blocked. Certain people like myself and a few others, you know, we dangerous. Cause like, motherfucker, you claim this Fight Club and I come to fight. And I only come to fight when they try to scratch my eyes out, like the bitches that them niggas are. It's mostly the men, but then there's always a Brittany B, baby, a whole bitch, a mammy ass bitch who like to go for women. But see, you realize I'm not the bitch that you come for, not in 2023, baby. See, 2020, yeah, I was cool. I would come up there and be all sweet. Now, this year, I'm doing it a little different. This year, I'm jumping right on them bitches' back, baby. What's going on, Emmanuel? Melanated, how you doing? I'm over there watching, right? Because I woke up, I said, okay, oh, look who's live, Fight Club. And they talking about, of course, fat women again, successful, a very successful fucking fat woman, which is very telling, right? It's very telling. This woman got millions of followers. They like her music. They like her as an individual, what she's showing to the world, to the young girls and the men who like big women. And even the ones who might not be even into women, but they just like her music. You got to understand where that young woman come from. I remember, if I'm correct, and I might be wrong, but I remember her being on like YouTube with a goddamn, I don't even think it was YouTube. I'm sorry. I think I saw it on Facebook for the first time years ago with a goddamn flute. Wasn't it a flute? Doing her shit with a goddamn flute. Talented black woman with a fucking flute. If I'm correct, that's how I stumbled across, what's her name, y'all? God damn it. I can't think of her name, right? And I thought that was amazing. You know, when I see us as black people do things that we're not used to seeing in, you know, in society. Like, we have some black tap dancers, and trust and believe tap dancing was created through black people, okay? But we haven't seen that in a long time. When you see the tap dancers, you know, in the 60s and the 50s and the 40s, it was mainly white people, right? We had a couple of very successful tap dancers, but because we had one or two successful black people, it made it seem like, whoa, these black people could do it too. See, it flipped because black people created it. It's white people who was able to do it too. But if you go back in the 60s and the 70s, you will see that they only had certain black men and all women who it looked like, oh, wow, look at this black man tap dancing. As if he's doing something no other black person has done before. You know, they've been rewriting history on us for a long time. We the creators, but they make it seem like we could finally do it. But anyway, getting back to what I was talking about though, because y'all know I get off off the topic ever so fucking quick sometimes, and then I can't backtrack to where I was. Anyway, so they talking about Lizzo. They talking about Lizzo and making it seem like she's doing something, you know, that's so terrible because she's talking about, hey, I'm proud of who I am. Like in my body, I've come a long way. And then we got a group of motherfuckers who look just like her, skin color and everything, want to tear her down. That is who that man who y'all call somebody you highly want to respect. That is who that nigga is. And talking about clout chasing, his titles is always gonna have a Lizzo, a Beyonce, or somebody who's doing something, whether it's negative or positive in the word, Meg the Stallion, and this and that and that. And at the same time, though, he always announcing that he's such a millionaire. He's such, like, I don't understand it, but this is what I really don't understand. I don't give a fuck about understanding no little nigga who's a fake and a fraud. This is the thing, though. Why? What's up with us as Black people? Why are we following somebody and seeing it in our fucking face? People are over there who they don't have a problem with Anton, because I don't have a problem with him. To me, they have a problem with somebody means that they done something to me, and I feel that we gotta fight now. Okay, I'm tap dancing on that nigga's head in 2023. I expect that nigga to pop out his chest and come back, but I doubt he gonna do it though. He ain't gonna do it. We know he ain't gonna do it on his own channel called The Fight Club. None of them motherfuckers over there gonna do it. That's why he befriends others like the Angry Man and other men and Charleston White and shit like that. He befriends them and lifts them up so they could be his soldiers. See, because I have no doubt that an Angry Man will fight for him. I know we've already seen Charleston White fight for him. This nigga was able to bring Charleston White on Jay Prince's channel, right? And they both look like fools. And that nigga was just giggling like a little girl, making it seem like it was beneath him. Did y'all not see that? That nigga was up there smiling, and then he would say, oh, Jay Prince, I tried to stop you. I tried. Nigga, you created that. You the one who went over there with Charleston White. Now bring that nigga over here and see how I squash that motherfucker. I'll sit on that nigga's chest. You talk about Lizzo being a big bitch. Nigga, I will sit on both y'all chests at the same motherfucker time. Jay Prince just wasn't ready. Jay Prince had a level of respect for your ass. But nigga, I don't give no fucks about no fake and no motherfucker fraud. So I watched that nigga on his own shit, and there was a young man named Sir up there. I call him young because he's young, right? I think he said he was 30. When he mentioned that he's 30, and he said, Anton, you're 40, Anton got insulted like the baby that he is. We're going to go listen to it, y'all. We're going to do a little listening to it. Because I was like, is this what they call Fight Club? Because he kept saying, hey, this is Fight Club. And look, and then at the same time, he like, yeah, this is Fight Club. 1 minute he was saying, you could say what you want because this is Fight Club. You have a right to be against me. It's Fight Club. And then at the next moment, somebody said something about Aaron muting them. They say something about Brittany. Brittany had the nerve to disrespect Auntie J. That's when I got over there, when I had just stepped in and Auntie J was agreeing with Anton. And she was simply saying, nah, I'm agreeing with Anton. Brittany disrespected that woman. That woman didn't even say anything negative to Brittany. You understand? That woman get up there and she represent, and I think some of these mammies don't like when other women get respect from the other women. You might be respecting Auntie J just simply because she's an older woman. Because I do. I don't even know how old she is, right? But I respect her, and she never disrespected me. I never actually seen her really disrespect anyone. She's up there just giving her little input. If she agree, she agree. If she disagree, she disagree. I never seen her go in on nobody, smack nobody around. But Brittany, what she did, oh my God. You don't like Auntie J? Come on, Black Beauty, and tell me what she did. Because I don't know what she did or didn't do. But y'all know that woman older, man. Y'all gotta, you know what I mean? Like she might, you gotta understand the generation that we come from. Because, y'all might not have liked me about 5 years ago, 6 years ago, right? When I first came on YouTube, I was it's almost like we don't understand what's going on. And then we want to side with everybody, right? We want to be like, hey, we can all get along. We just don't understand because we don't, right? I haven't been out in the dating world in forever. And then, of course, the brainwashing society put on us when we older. And so that's why when, I kind of understand it, because I'm telling you, some of you women who was here when I first came to YouTube, they was calling me mammies. Yes, they were. Black woman spear. I didn't even know what a mammy was. I had never even heard what a mammy was. I didn't know what a pick-me was. I still, I didn't know. And I guess because I was, like, at first they were calling me a pick-me, but then when they found out I was married, it switched from a pick-me to a mammy. And so I had to do the little research and figure out, well, okay, what is this word and what does it mean? And so every time, y'all know I don't agree with the women or all the women all the time, right? Because I think, and it's not even against the women, I think it's against just certain things we say. So she come from a different generation, and we come from a generation, y'all, where the men will protect us. Now it's hard to realize. It's hard. I'm telling you, it's hard, y'all. It has broken my heart to realize that niggas of today are niggas, right? The men of today are not the same. She said, hey, Peer Butterfly, what's going on? Hey, Big J. Let me see. She said, I can come up in a few. Okay. She fat her damn self, but talking about Lizzo. Well, she doing that. I don't know why she does that. I haven't even seen her. I know when her wig caught on fire, y'all. If anybody find that video, if y'all find that video where her wig caught on, because they was over there cracking jokes on that woman, man. That shit was fucked up. Now her wig did catch on fire, and she got to be a little more careful. That's why look. I just think that, like, we get a certain age, and I'm not sure about her situation, but I can't imagine if my kids wasn't here, y'all, I don't know what I would do if my kids and my grandson wasn't here. I would just probably go and get a job or some shit. But some people can't do that, right? So I just feel like she could be lonely, maybe. And so because I don't have no idea why you get on camera with your wig cocked with sides and shit, and you're not taking care of yourself. And I don't know why you would do that, because I ain't never doing that. Even look, when I'm not even into makeup and shit like that, y'all. But as I get older and shit, don't turn no cameras on if yeah. And if my hair not done, okay, put that shit in a ponytail. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what's going on. I think somebody in the family need to say, hey, get out the bed Like, just do something with yourself a little bit. Throw a wig on and make sure the motherfucker ain't cock-sided though. But you know what I mean? Not sure. But anyway, these sectors on YouTube definitely have their own little lingo. That is true. I think mammy. Okay, so let me give you what I think I determined that these words mean. Like, so pick me is just what it says. A woman who's looking, she's siding with the men because she wants them to pick her. That would be what I would consider Brittany B to be. She's a pick me. Okay. She has even lowered herself. She has said negative things about herself in order for somebody to pick her. And what I would say to her is that nobody is going to pick her. They are confused. These men do not want you. And it's not that they don't want you because you're not pretty enough for this. They don't want you because stop letting these niggas lie to you. No man, and I'm talking about a man worth anything, worth his own salt, right? He do not want a woman who can be controlled by any man. And a woman who will treat other men the same way she treats her husband, she won't be married very long. She won't. You think my husband want me to treat the rest of you the way I treat him? You know, back in the day, women like my mother and my grandmother, right? When my dad or my granddad or the men was out, and I mean just outside the door, right outside the house, and his friends, let's say they passing by and they start a conversation, you know, my mother or my grandmother, whichever one we want to talk about, they knew not to go out that door, right? Unless they was going to ask my father or my grandfather, did he want anything? Or like if I was going out and my husband was outside and his friends was out there and they were just talking. Mommy. You pee-pee? Yeah. Come on. Come here. We're gonna show you how to potty. No. Listen to me, man. Listen, you're a big boy. No. You're a big boy. No. Yes, you big boy. It's okay that you pee-pee, but you gotta learn to pee-pee in a potty. No. Yes. Okay, let's go get some more underwear. Y'all be back neatly because yeah, we're gonna get some more underwear, but listen, you gotta sit on the potty weekly. Okay? You are too big, Leaky. You know your ABCs, your all these colors. You're starting to write your name. You gotta be potty trained. What you scared of the potty for? It's not scary, baby. I promise Mama gonna take care of you. Mama never hurt you. And Mama never hurt you? Come here, let's talk. Come here. My mama ain't never hurt her baby. Mama love her baby. She would never hurt you. Right? All right? Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to go get your potty upstairs and let you sit on it for a minute. And then you're going to learn to pee-pee in it, okay? Yeah, the potty in a minute. You ready? What you mean, no? Mama never hurt Lickly. My mama has never, ever hurt you your entire life, has she? Has she? Mama love Lickly, don't she? I love you. You love me too? Okay, so what we gonna do, we're gonna go get the potty. Hello? Yes, Lickly, you big boy. Listen, you can't be, this is considered delayed if you don't get on that potty. You can't be this smart and not get on that potty, Lickly. You cannot be, listen, you can't have this memory the way you have this memory and won't get on that potty, though. You want to change it? Yeah. It feel wet, huh? I should make you sit in it. That's your pee-pee, your bird. You got it, and it comes out your body. Help me. You said help, y'all. You don't like the wetness. I should make you walk in this wetness until you want to get on that potty. No. You want me to help you? Yes, I know you want me to help you. I'm helping you, but you got to get on the potty so it won't happen again. Yes. Come on, let's go get on the potty. Quickly. Quickly. What you so scared about the potty? Why? What you mean you're not going? What you scared of? What you mean you don't want to go? Leaky. My mom get on the potty every day. Your daddy get on the potty every day. This is your daddy's fault. Because look, you got a pee-pee, huh? Come on, let's go to the potty. You got a little bit, you holding it. If you could hold it like you're doing, that means you could be potty trained. Now listen to me. My mom not getting happy. My mom is getting mad right now. My mom getting disappointed. You want me to be disappointed? I know you don't want me to be disappointed, and I'm not disappointed in you. I love you. Come on. Listen, we're gonna go get in the potty. It's a chair. We're gonna call it the chair. Okay? And it looks like a car, a race car. I bought you one that looked like a race car. You wanna go sit on the race car? If I call it the race car, let's go get on the race car. Come on. Yeah, look, he said, I'll be right back, y'all. I'm going to sit him on the race car. Okay? Come on, let's go get on the race car. It's upstairs. It's upstairs. Let's go get your tablet. Y'all, let me put the link in. Somebody come up. I need somebody to come up. I'm going to sit him on the race car. Wait a minute. Say, come up, everybody. Anybody, everybody. Come up. Y'all got to talk for me, though, because I got to go on the race car. My grandson, y'all. Oh, Lord. Girl, he's 3 though. He's smart enough to have done this already. So we're gonna go put him on the race car. You want me to go get the race car? I don't want to bring it down here. I want it to stay in the bathroom. Let me go get it and put it in the bathroom down here. Hold up. You stay right here. Let my mom go get your race car and get you coming up. You want to go up and get on the race car? Yeah, mom coming. Okay, y'all. It's gonna be some nobody come up yet. Nobody come out here. Nobody. Okay, so I'll be back. Okay, y'all. I don't go nowhere. Okay, cool. That was an adorable movie. What movie y'all talking about? My God. The PP in the Potty song. PP in the Potty song. Let me go look it up. Is it on YouTube? I'll be right back, y'all. I'm coming. I'm coming. Here you go. Hey, here go your tablet. Mama not very happy right now. Okay. Oh Lord, sorry y'all. I'm not happy right now. No, I brought the potty down, Nicolette. Man. Oh, it's talking about somebody who, first of all, he's spoiled. I'm gonna have to pull up some videos, like y'all said. He refused to get on that potty. And then I told him he couldn't get no snacks unless he get on the potty. And he just won't get on it. So I'm gonna play some videos like y'all said, do get him to wanting to be a big boy. Good morning, everybody. Hi, Black Beauty.
Hey, Mom.
Hey, Kira. What am I to do with Italy? I tell his dad, I told his dad, I said, hey, he told me, don't make my boy get on the potty. I said, he's 3. I'm like, they're gonna consider him delayed. I said, they're gonna consider him delayed if you don't do this. He ain't like that. He don't like that. So then now he on the same page with me. This boy too smart not to, you know what I mean, y'all? Right now, I'm telling you, we could put on a video. I could show for the first time he's ever seen it, and he'll watch it. and then repeat it word for word. He'll rewind it. It's something he does. He's been doing that since he was little, and he'll have the words word for word. Got us acting out shit with him. I be tired. You're like, legally, I don't want to act it out no more.
That's how it was with my little brother before my mom came to live with us before she got sick.
Mm-hmm.
He would stay because she would work during most of the week, and so she would get off late. So I would just keep him overnight. So I pretty much had him throughout the week, the weekdays. Mm-hmm. So I'll send him to her for the weekend, and he will be almost completely potty trained. It will come back, and all my hard work just
gone
down the drain.
Yep.
Everything down the drain but the piss. Oh, so mad. so mad. Same with bottles. Took him forever to get off a bottle because she kept giving it back to him.
Yeah, see, I took bottles for him before he turned 1. His daddy kept giving it to him at night. I kept saying, this boy can eat, hold, everything. I said, he don't need no bottle. He had cups, Right. I bought a certain type of cups. I'm like, he don't need no bottle. We don't want his teeth to get messed up. We know things now that we didn't know way back when.
Yeah.
That they get the milk teeth. Both my sons had milk teeth, y'all. That was due to me not knowing.
Yeah, see, I got very lucky. Man, God rest my mom's soul, but she can't be trusted with kids. She's too lazy. She's too lazy. And I would know firsthand. I didn't get off of a binky until I was 4. And I decided myself. I said, she always told me what I would tell her. I said, no more binky, mama. I'm big girl now.
Oh, damn. You did that yourself.
Myself.
Yeah.
So that's why I said she can't be trusted with kids. Luckily, my teeth is okay. But no.
Nicky never had a binky. They gave it to him in the hospital, when he first born. And I talked to his mom and my son. They was trying to give him that binky. I was like, why are y'all giving him that? He don't need that. They used to believe, and some people still believe that the sucking is comforting for the child.
Mm-hmm.
But that's only because we teach them to suckle.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They're not in the belly sucking every moment of the time. You know what I mean? So I'm like, if he's not eating, then he don't need to be sucking on nothing. So Leak is a non-pacifier baby. No pacifier.
Yeah, my daughter really wasn't one either. It's like, man, it's fine and dandy until you're up at 3:00 in the morning looking for a damn binky. You can find it, and Grandpa got to go to the store to get one.
Yo, let me tell y'all. I think I may have told this story because I tell all my stories, right? My first son, he didn't breastfeed too long because I felt like I was starving it. Like when you first mom and you realize ain't nothing really coming out. So he didn't breastfeed long. My second one though, dad, he breastfed damn here he had a mouthful of teeth and everything. Girl, I tried to get him off with hot sauce and all vinegar and all kinds of shit. He just liked it more when I put hot sauce. That's how I know he likes spicy food. Because I put hot sauce on my nipple one time and gave it to him. And he liked it. But anyway, he was on a pacifier. And one day I woke up, I'm looking for it. With pacifiers, they like the one they like. You can't just go buy a new one.
Oh, no, you can't.
Yeah, you cannot just buy
the same one.
Gotta
same
be the
brand.
Same. Yep. It got to be the same because they suckled on it so much. Now it's more comfortable to them the way they like it. So you can't go get a new one because they don't like that shit, man. You got to break it in and figure out how to get it worn down. Anyway, I'm looking for this thing all over the room, in the bed, under the bed, behind the bed. Could not find that thing, y'all. I had to go to work. So I go to work. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to just buy a new one. I buy a new one and I'm trying to get him to take it. He won't take it. When I found that pacifier, when I went to go take a shower and lifted up my boobs.
Not even in your titty the whole time.
It was under my breast.
It was under.
Lord y'all listen, when you new parents, especially we women, wow, we could be, look, we tired, we stressed. It's all kinds of shit going on. Plus you working, so you stressed there, going back and forth, getting them from daycare and all that. That pacifier was under my breast, though. It was under my breast the whole time, y'all. And not until I took a shower that night did I realize. Well, I go to wash, raise my arm, lift up, and bam, the pacifier falls right in the tub. Lord have mercy.
I'm not surprised.
Gee, listen, if any of these crazy stories happen to y'all when y'all young parents, do not feel embarrassed. Don't feel stupid. It's just, hey, I laughed at that shit. I called my mom and told her. She was like, yeah, that's not abnormal. I'm like, but how didn't I feel it under there? You know what I mean? But they was full and get heavy because I was breastfeeding. So them things were sensitive and painful.
Oh, very.
Anyway, legally just threw me all off the topic. There was no success in that. So I'm gonna do what y'all said. I'm gonna play some videos for him since he like videos and YouTube. I'm gonna play some videos and let him see it. Because he liked to see what I say, he liked to repeat and act out the scene. So now that's a great idea.
Oh yeah, the movie we was talking about, I had brought it up when I heard him when he was like, no. It reminded me of the movie Look Who's Talking To.
Oh, uh-huh.
And the little boy thought that the toilet, every time he went to go use the bathroom, he looked at it like a little monster. And was like, come here, little boy, and stuff. And then he would go running, screaming, ah. And so it kind of reminded me of that. So, yeah, and then Pierre brought up the movie.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Oh no, Pierre just brought up the song that was in the movie. But yep.
I'm gonna have to check it out. Look Who's Talking To. I think I've seen Look Who's Talking 1, but it was so long ago. That movie
with John Travolta and Kirstie Alley.
Yeah, that was so long ago, that one.
Yeah.
I never saw 2. Okay, I'm about to check them out.
That was a good one.
So anyway, I know you was mentioning Auntie J, but you said she agreed with the men too much?
Oh, it's not even that, because I could stand what's her name? Brittany. I could stand Brittany B. For some reason. I don't know why, but I can. But Auntie J, and then there's another one. There's another one that be on there sometime. But yeah, something about them two. Woo! I don't know. They just annoy me. I don't know why. I don't know why. And then, Auntie J, I be wanting to just be like, can you get back from the camera? Why are you so close to the camera?
She needs to turn the camera on. I mean, like, cause she don't have. I think maybe she don't know. You don't have to have it on, cause she can show them who they are in the back. They know her by now, so they'll let her up. But Brittany went for it today for no reason. Like, why to go after that woman?
What happened?
Yeah, I did hear a little bit of that.
Huh?
Was it a Fight Club stream?
Yeah, Fight Club. Yeah. It's the one they're doing right now. If it's probably still going on, and
it's gonna be going till like 9-10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, and so Auntie J was just agreeing with Anton, which honestly I agreed with him. He was Anton. So Anton had the moments, right? And what he had said was that the men, these passport bros, he said good luck to them going overseas and bringing back diseases, and that they're going over there tricking and taking care of whole families over there. See, that's what the men not telling us. The women get them over there. They're not even having sex with them. They might just be dating them for a minute, calling them and treating them nice, being the feminine, because it's easy to be real feminine and agreeable on the phone long distance. But he gonna send money. He gonna send money to take care of her and her family. Okay, that's what they don't want to tell you.
Her and her husband.
Yes. Over there. And the whole family. Yes.
The whole family.
The old dude. Yep, everybody. When old dude brought that stove, He bought a stove for the whole tribe. And he admitted that shit. I was like, yeah, we know. He bought, and then when he went to visit, they welcomed him to come. But the stupid thing is he think he the only one. Any one of them men from around the world who's sending them money. See, I know to us as Americans, $50 might not be a whole lot of money. So they send $50, but $50 is a lot of money in some of these countries. If they can get $50 a month or a week out of you, them motherfuckers is living good. And so I'm not even hating on the women or the way they get down is, but these black men don't be throwing that shit in our face that you being used, that you ain't nothing. You know what I mean? You go over, you send money. Of course they're gonna be nice to you, and you're gonna send money, and you're gonna send money, and you're gonna send money, and you're gonna send money. And then when you save up enough money, which might take you 5 years, like somebody here on YouTube hadn't seen his wife, girl. Oh, dude married to a woman in Africa and hadn't seen her in 5 years. Because he sent him, he living, but, huh? Why the who? Huh? Oh, okay. Sorry. You want it? No? Okay. When you want it, let me know, huh? Y'all know he asked me, why is there food on the floor? So when I went in there to give him his food, right, I was gonna let him eat it himself, but I don't want him to sit on my couch because it's spaghetti and meatballs. So I put a little pallet down so he could sit, and I put the food down there for him. And he just gonna ask me, Mama, why is there food on the floor?
He got standards. What's wrong with you?
Mm-hmm. He want to know. We
Yeah,
usually eat at a table.
We
What's
sure
this?
do.
He said, I can piss on myself, but don't you serve me no food on the floor.
I know that's right. He's like, Mama, why's there food on the? See how smart he is? He's smart. He just need to get potty trained. He get potty trained, then I'm gonna look into probably getting him into like a daycare, but one that's educates though. And his sister already go to some type of school where he'll be able to go just because she go. And it's like a tech school, a technology school, and it starts off at pre-K. It's hard to get in it, but if you already got family members who go, then you are sure to go.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's private, a
That sounds
private
cool.
school.
I bet.
Yeah, some type of I don't know what the name of it is, but that's good. So his mom got that kind of, but we got to get him potty trained. And I noticed like last week he came and he bit me.
Oh,
But he didn't know. It's almost like he didn't know that it hurt. It hurt because when I say "ow," man, he was like, "I'm sorry, Mom." And so somebody taught him to bite.
oh, that's good. You
Yep.
express him that hurts. So
Yeah, and he know. Yeah,
Mhm.
but I told him he can't bite people. I said, "Baby, you can't bite because you can't go to daycare biting people. They don't play that shit.
Oh, no.
Mhm.
Man, they don't play that shit at all." And so I don't know where he could have learned. He didn't learn that here because he ain't got no other kids to teach him that type of shit here. But yeah, he bit me, and then when I say, "Oh," he looked at me. Y'all should have like the empathy in his eyes, and you know what I mean. Like he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, Mom. What you doing, Legally?"
Is it bad that I take joy and pride in that, like making kids feel bad? Like when they do something and then I start crying and they like, "Oh no, what happened?"
And
I love that. I love
and
it.
I do that to the kids when something going on. That's the good thing about, but we can't do it too much because you do it too much, then it don't work. They then say you're being manipulative. But yeah, when I wanted my sons to understand that I was serious and this shit is serious and needed them to listen and not just think, oh, just because you the mom, I'm like, Mo, this shit is serious. And I start crying, and then they now they listening for real. You see what I'm saying? I mean, these men will say, oh, you're manipulating. I'm like, dude, do you know what life is? We got people who act like, and it's mainly these men, something wrong with these men, these new group of men today. Something is wrong with them. They know that everything is about self, right? Everybody wants something that benefits them. They do. But for some reason, they don't think that we should.
That's
You know what I
weird
mean?
as hell.
It's the weirdest thing. They want this woman who's gonna look this certain way and act this certain way, and all of that shit, because that's what they want. And nothing's wrong with that. And then at the same time, they don't understand when we say what we want. So we say we want a man who even makes a certain amount of money. They make it seem like that's so disgusting. But they want a woman with a big butt. That's really more disgusting, because what the big butt gonna get you? What is a big butt gonna do to improve or better your life? It's not gonna do nothing, but money will. So a woman wanting somebody who makes enough money to where they can at least survive without struggling every single day trying to figure shit out. To me, that makes more sense than a dude who claims he want a big butt, and on top of that, right, he don't give a shit what her education is. These niggas are dumb.
Yeah.
As long as she pretty with a big butt, she don't have to have no education, no nothing, which means they will be poor. Right? That don't make no sense.
I saw a whole live earlier. Won't say who it is and stuff, but this person, somebody was like, would you rather take, like, they showed a video. It was like, would you rather take this girl? And she was like a Latino girl, or what? They tried to say she was white, but I don't, white or black can be Latina. So whatever. But she had a big butt and she was dancing. And they was like, would you rather take her or send G? And the host was like, send G. And then oh my goodness, let me tell you, every man on the panel and in the chat was freaking out. You would have thought their daddy died a second time. They flipped out.
Then they start calling these men cap, and they say they cap, and then they start saying that they are caping for the black woman.
Yeah. And this person does not cape for black women at all. Let me tell you, somebody you already threatened to come for all next year. I mean, all this year. So all this year, I think you might know what I'm talking about. But it was like, what? Why are y'all mad? Your daddy pissed you off. And I gotta find a new daddy.
Yeah, they gotta find new. That's what. But they don't go nowhere. But yeah, they get mad. They get mad at the men who are now. Because see, when men get a little older, right, they start getting mature. The smart ones start paying attention, and you can see their thought process start changing. Right, we seen it even on this channel where some of the men, right, where they was one way when they first came over, and just through having conversations with us, listening, and me telling them, hey, dude, what do you see in real life? Right? And then they start coming around. But then there's another group of men who want to be fake. They're going to be fake, and that's all they're going to ever be is fake. You know why? Because they don't have no real life, yo. They don't walk outside and really be in the real world. The only time their brain works is when they in this fantasy world called on the internet. I'd explain it even to my sons, right? My sons who, like, they want to get married, right? Because that's how they grew up, right? They saw their mom and their dad, relationship, raising kids, all that. They want that. But then they keep saying they're scared. And I'm like, what are you scared of? And they saying because of the internet, like what everybody's taking in through reality TV or non-reality TV, right? And shit like this. And so now they all they keep hearing is women are users. Like people are users, but that's not necessarily a negative thing, right? Your daddy offer me something and I offer him something. And I said, and we came together and created a family.
Right.
I didn't marry a
Mm-hmm.
man, I didn't marry a man who I wasn't attracted to. Why would I have ever done some shit like that? Not me. They got women who could probably get away with that. They're not attracted to the man. But of course, if you're not attracted to him, and I mean attraction any kind of way, whether your thing is looks or the way he moves, like these men get mad when you hear when they hear a woman say something like, yeah, he got that swag, he just know how to talk and move. And they be like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, there's women that's what they like for whatever reason. Who are you to tell a woman that she can't like what she like and that she can't pick what it is that she like? Men get to do it all the time. And when men do it, it's on some selfish bullshit. It's on her exterior appearance. Not all, though. They got some men. Look, there's a lot of men who get with women who a lot of people won't call beautiful. But that man loves that woman. To him, she's beautiful. Okay? To him, he sees more than just her exterior. And he's okay with her being, whether she's real, real thin or real, real short or fat or light skin, dark skin, whatever. He's okay with that. Bald headed, lots of hair, kinky hair, straight hair. But on YouTube, these black men, they looking for a picture perfect wife, and yet they aren't a picture perfect anything. Right? They're not a picture perfect anything. Like, they really don't have much to offer. And even if they had some money, let's say it's a guy who do have some money, but he don't have nothing else to offer. If all you got to offer is your money, then you're still not gonna get a lot of women. And the women you do get, she's just gonna be there just for your money. And when your money run out, if it does, she's gone. She's gonna be gone anyway. She's gonna be using your money to travel and and do whatever it is she want to do. And I'm not even saying nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying the reality is I don't think these men know what they want. Now back at the Fight Club, though, man, I'm talking about a whole bunch of pussies over there. Somebody called Anton a bitch, and they said they did it in the back where nobody could hear. And Aaron ended up muting him and kicking him off because he called Anton a bitch in the back. And so I guess I was thinking, isn't this Fight Club? Because Anton said that earlier, that this is Fight Club. And Fight Club is supposed to be where you can come and fight, almost like the Purge, right? Fight Club just have a little more organization to it, because people want to hear what people got to say, and Purge, you might not be able to hear not a goddamn thing anybody's saying. But so how is it though that some people, they can shit on others? Like, you could tell somebody you wrong, you could tell somebody you a simp, you could tell somebody, that you fat, call them ugly, tell them they stupid, all kinds of shit, but nobody can tell that person anything. Can't tell Brittany anything because they think it's disrespectful. Brittany disrespected Auntie J, and soon as somebody say something to Brittany, oh, you can't disrespect her. Like, wait a minute, isn't this Fight Club? And if this Fight Club, well, you okay with if I go up there and I fight with, like, if me and you go up there, Black Beauty, and I fight with you and you fight with me, they good with that. I could call you bitches, you could call me bitches. They good with that. And yeah, Brittany could turn around and call you a bitch and me a bitch. They good with that. But as soon as we call Brittany a bitch, now they got issues with, oh, you don't disrespect over here. Like, what? So Anton gets up there and everybody, he's the big guy, right? Men are what you call territorial, and then they got men who want to come in other men's territory and show that they're bigger, right? But they don't get to do that over there with Anton, because you can't do that. Anton, when he wants to have a conversation, he want to make it a real conversation on Fight Club. So about we up here to talk, or we go, and I'm like, nigga, this Fight Club.
Yeah.
Okay. When I came and bumped my chest against yours, it was so we can spar with our words, our intellect, whatever, right? And now, though, you know you're not good at that, so now you want to make this something else. Like, what is he doing? What the hell is going on over there? So I'm calling them, everybody over there, they're a bunch of bitches, bitch cubs. It's not Fight Club over there. You can't fight against certain people over there. They like to double team you, triple team you, and all that shit over there. They think that shit is funny. That's when I know they bitches though, and that includes Angry Man and the rest of these little motherfuckers on this bitch. Cause one-on-one, them niggas can't. Like I seen Angry Man get his throat ripped out by all types of people on this bitch, but mostly women. He can't hold his own when it comes to fucking women, right? That's the facts, y'all. Every year I've been on here, when he go against a woman, so it's usually him and a group of people, and he likes to mention his group of people. The nigga fight in clumps, like in groups, like whole motherfucking groups. I remember that day he told me on the panel, like, cause he looking like a whole fool, right? Cause all we was talking, we had a topic, and I kept saying, well, post the link, right? In fact, he wasn't even a part of the topic, y'all. I was up there, we was having a good conversation, and he came up there to inform me, because see, he don't like when a woman gets respect, and he definitely don't, he liked to always, and I used to let him play with me as in, hey, Bob, go and cook me some biscuits and shit. I'd be like, oh yeah, I'll cook you some biscuits, ain't no big deal, right? And I think I let that little nigga think that he got, like I would really cook him some biscuits. Nigga, I would never cook you no motherfucker biscuit. What the fuck I look like? A maid or some shit, nigga? The only motherfucker who get to eat my motherfucker biscuits is my motherfucker family, or some visitors who coming over, and we breaking bread. But that nigga, he'd be like, yeah, Mom, you gonna make me some of them butter biscuits? Let me see. Let me look at the chat, y'all. Melanator said you can't marry at any age. But that's true. Let me see what Big J said, because I hate when men dogpile on the women. They do that. They do it a lot. That's what the manosphere does. That's what they do. What's going on, Khadijah? You said they have all these expectations and still ain't trying to get married. They not trying to get married. They admit that. And instead of admitting that, they just scared.
Facts.
They're scared, right? So the women and men can have a discussion. These men eat that. Look, we have some over here who have the capability to get married. They have even met some women who would probably be good wives, and I'm not sure what's stopping them. I'm like, what the fuck? And if you waiting, let me tell you something, people, if y'all waiting to make a certain amount of money, like Kevin Samuels has told you, I know theoretically, right? Through theory and in your minds, it makes sense that you should have a pile of money before you do this, right? Make sure you got this to do that. But what I'm telling you is, if you wait to get that in order to do that, you ain't gonna never do that. Like, when do you plan? Huh?
Can I add on to that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Also, I don't know how many women in this space I've actually, like, a lot of them will say, I'm gonna date, higher up or whatever, but actually have, or like, divested. It's really not all what it is cracked up to be.
Right.
I have dated white men of a specific caliber, and also a black man that does have money as well. It was one black man versus the anyway. That don't matter. Um, how can I say it? Is if you're going by your heart and your heart's not in that, then yeah, that's gonna be shaky territory. The money is not everything. And eventually that person is going to get on your nerves. Or if you're
Mm.
anything like me, I don't have sex with just anybody. So like, I gotta be in a serious relationship and been with that person for some time. And if if I ain't feeling you, I ain't feeling you. Yeah, you could take me out on some nice dates and stuff, but at the end of the, dating, you ain't getting no cookie. Like,
Right. Most women are like that. They have other women. They do have another type of woman who can just sleep with, anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
uh,
And nothing. I'm not even saying that's bad. Right.
Mm-mm.
I'm
No.
just saying that there are women like that. Mainly, huh? Huh? Wait. Let me see this. Huh? Oh yeah.
I can't get over Leaky. He done earned his nickname.
That's called cereal. Cereal. Yeah. That's.
Little Leaky Leak.
You want some of them? You want some of them? You want some of that cereal? We got some. Well, try it. Don't put that gum on my couch, legally looking at something. And cinnamon crunch toast. Man, these motherfuckers make anything into a cartoon. Like cinnamon crunch toast or whatever them cereal over there talking in a YouTube video when he asked me about it. So no, I was agreeing with you 100%. But we got different type of women, and they do have the ones, because sex to them is just sex. You know what I mean? Like they learned early on that it's a means. It's a means to get certain things, and so that's how they look at it. And nothing wrong with that. That's just the way they was raised, and that's what they think. And so they are able to have sex with men for money. I've never been able to do that. I've never been able to. In fact, I felt insulted if somebody offered me money, even large sums, to sleep with me. Like for real, like online, I never cared, right? It'd be like, oh, okay. But in real life, a man who really just thought he could pay just to, have sex with me.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And I look at him and I'm like, what kind of man are you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't know how to move, nigga. You ain't, you know what I mean? You ain't know how to finesse. You know what I mean? Now there are some men that I could tell why. I know why they did it, right? They unattractive, look like they mom and dad or sisters and brothers and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And you can tell in their face. You can look at these niggas and tell there's some incest going on. But so those I could tell, but they've had some nice looking men who will just offer you money. I'm like, you lame as fuck. You lame as fuck. And you just not my type. Now listen, nothing wrong with offering other women money and they can get what they want. I always wondered though, they still be on the internet, still searching for a wife. How you got all that money? You just slept with all them women, giving them your money, and you still not happy. Who that came up? Khadija, that's you?
Yeah, hi Bob, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Hey,
I'm
DJ.
good. Hi, I took a break from studying. I've been studying all damn day and I need a break.
I know that's right. What you studying now?
I am getting my certification for medical billing and coding, and just studying on that so I can be able to pass my little test when it's time.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
all right.
I know nurses had to do the billing and the coding. What?
Well, I haven't been to medical school yet, so I'm not quite a doctor just yet. But I have to be able to make some money while I'm in there. So
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, that'll be my little money maker while I'm in there because you can do it from home now.
Mm-hmm.
I think. Go ahead. Somebody got some cracking noise. Go ahead, Khadija. What you want to say?
Oh, I just wanted to say that they need to keep their expectations to themselves if they're not trying to get married. Because what I notice is
Facts.
like they'll go down this whole list of things that they want and things that they require, but then they'll turn around and be like, "But I'm not trying to marry nobody." And it's just like, okay, so what's the purpose of doing anything for you if I don't get anything out of it? And I think, and it's just from what I have seen, I feel like a lot of the guys on here are trying to impress other guys. Like they may actually want a woman, but like disrespecting women is in now, so they would rather do that and impress the homeboys as opposed to actually going to get a woman. So it's just interesting. It's interesting and it's weird.
I agree. I think they're on here just to beat up on women.
I agree.
Because if
And
you
that's not
the
gonna
thing-
help them get a woman either.
And you know what? The sad thing is, it's like they probably actually had a woman on here that actually liked them, but because of their stank attitude, it's just like, nah, I'll pass. And then like they want to sit there and try to shame you and make you scared and tell you that you're gonna die alone and stuff like that. And I'm just like, I mean, based off of what we're seeing on here, y'all really aren't a better alternative.
You're really not.
So it's like die alone with some cats or die alone with somebody or die with somebody that always has something to complain about. Like they never have anything positive to say about anything from what I've noticed. Like it's always negative and it's always something bad that's gonna happen to them. And I'm just like, and they're like, what if I get in a relationship and such happens? And I'm like, well, what if you get in a relationship and no shit happens? What then?
And for
Yeah.
most of them, that's exactly what does happen. 9 times they're the usual one that's usually
I'm
bringing the
like-
drama instead of being non-drama.
Yeah, I'm just like, y'all do realize there are people out here in relationships, like happy, healthy relationships, right?
Exactly.
Like, it's really weird.
they don't think that, like these men, when I have conversations with them, they're like, nobody getting married. I'm like, dude, lots of people are getting married. No, they're not. And I'm like, yes, they are. Marriage is down. I'm like, marriage being down isn't the same thing as people not getting
existing at
married.
all.
Nobody getting married. Yeah.
Right. They found, I think it was 7 million people between March and July or September. 7 million people got married or was scheduled to get married. Okay. They may have some who didn't get married. I don't know the particulars, but you know how they know these numbers because they have marriage, what they call them? The people who help people set up their marriages. So this is not even counting the people who decided, let's just go to the courthouse and get married today or tomorrow, right? These are the people who had actual marriage, but they call the people who help
Arranged marriages?
Yeah, no, the people who help you set up. I'm talking about like
matchmaker?
no. The people who help you buy the venue, set up the venue.
The wedding planner?
Oh,
Yeah, wedding planner.
Event planner. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wedding
So
planner.
these numbers that they came from event planners or wedding planners. So, and through the people who purchase the wedding gowns, we women, even some women even go to buy their wedding gown, even if they just go into the courthouse, So the numbers, that's where they got their numbers from.
And a lot of women used to use somebody else's dress or their mom's or someone in their family's dress too. So
right. Well, that's how it used to be. These younger women today not trying to do that.
Yeah, they'll buy theirs. Or shoot, they'll even make it now. Or ask somebody to make it.
Yeah.
Well, and
So
then the thing too is, it's like it's billions of people in the world. If you can't find out one, I'm pretty sure it's you. Like it can't be everybody else.
Right.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
that's a lot of people to be wrong.
Right.
Exactly.
And then
that is a whole lot of people.
Then the men talk to some of these women on here and they'll say, oh, you're not married. And they think that she just because she's not married doesn't mean she don't have anyone. Right. We got a lot of women on here who are living with their boyfriends, they're actually just making things work. But these men don't count that, and they act like that's not true. And mainly it's because of them, right? Because they are lonely. I'm telling you, most of these men are living at home, yo. I'm not even go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was just about to say, as a single woman, I can really confirm that more people, like when you're single, other people are more concerned about your singledom than you are. Like you just be over here chilling and minding your business, and then some random will just come along and be like, "Oh, you gonna die alone?" And I'm just like, "Okay, I guess." Like, what you? I'm not sure what you want me to do about that.
Yeah, that's what made Kevin that whole out of that whole video when he told her she was gonna die alone. That's what fired up and made that go viral. It wasn't nothing else except Black men wanting to be able to tell women, "Ha, you gonna die alone." But I've not seen many
okay with dying alone. What if some people are actually okay with being alone?
But women don't.
We all die alone.
Yeah, we all technically die alone. I mean, we come into this earth by ourselves, and we're gonna go out by ourselves. But women tend to mostly have like their kids, or have somebody like my mom. My mom wasn't married. She was, she was surrounded by her family. We didn't know she was dying, but she, we were here for her.
Right.
My grandfather, her father, on the other hand, Grandpa, please forgive me for saying this. Don't do nothing to me. My grandfather, because my mom is biracial, so my grandfather is Black, my grandmother is white. And they were high school sweethearts. They got married extremely young. My grandma moved in with his family because my white side kind of like disowned her after that. And so she moved in with his family. He beat the hell out of my grandma.
Whoa.
He ended up leaving because not only did she not take the beatings, and mind you, he came from a very good Christian family. Just let me add that. So much for the whole Christian thing. And he also ended up having a baby with somebody else. So my grandma kind of was like, "Nope, I'm done."
Yeah, I'm good.
So, she left. And then after that, my grandfather had 6 more wives. None of it worked out. He was found days later, gone. His body was already decomposing and everything. It took my aunt and my little cousins to find him. So it was something else. It was something else. But yeah, women typically do not actually die alone. It's mostly the men that do.
And I've been seeing all kinds of stories about stuff like that on YouTube about like, people being in hospice and the hospitals and stuff. And, the men don't nobody want to come see them because they'd have been, rude and nasty their whole life and stuff like that. But the thing too is it's like they make it seem like if you're not willing to take them cheating on you and going upside your head and stuff like that, then you just not, marriage material. It's like don't nobody want to put up with that.
Not at all.
Yeah, like they're mad at you, the fact that you won't allow them to do you wrong. Duh. What do you think?
Yeah, exactly. Because my thing is like, if I'm in a relationship, listen, if I don't put my hands on you, you can't put your hands on me, okay? We can fuss and fight and argue all day and stuff like that, but the minute you put your hands on me, that's it. So it's just crazy the lengths that they'll go to try and shame women. And they're really trying to shame you into being with one of them.
Ain't that something? They wanna browbeat you into accepting them. When all they have to do is just be nice, and treat you well.
And they don't even want to do that.
James said we need to come to Christ and be saved.
Did you hear what Anton was saying last week? He was saying something about Cardi B saying something about fighting for your man.
Cardi B ain't Black.
I don't listen to them because I quite frankly I don't really listen to a whole lot of the men on here anymore because it's just like if you've heard one, you've heard them all.
Literally.
So and it's like I've tried giving them chances and stuff like that, but it's literally the same thing every channel that I go to, and I'm just like I can't do it no more. Like I checked out.
you're right. It's defecating and self-destructive listening to them. You know,
Yeah, and it's not good for my mental health, because I was getting to a point at one time where it's just like I literally found myself hating Black men, and I was just like, I got to back away. I got to.
and that's exactly what I told the men to do, right? A couple of them, I was like, look, back away from YouTube, especially these, you know, these topics, these toxic men and their talking points. And because if they don't back away, they're gonna get deeper into the rabbit hole. And before you know it, they're gonna be like some of the uncles, you know, the uncles who didn't have nobody. But he literally died alone. He died alone because not only did he you know, run women away from him, but he ended up running his family members away from him.
Yeah, nobody wants to put up with that nasty ass attitude. Oh, sorry, I don't think we're supposed to cuss no more. My bad.
You're not supposed to cuss no more.
They made a they made a new rule on YouTube where you're not supposed to cuss, apparently.
Oh, who made that rule?
YouTube.
Oh, well, they're gonna be kicking my ass off. I already know.
I think you only check for like the first like minute or whatever of like the lives or the videos, and then after that it's good.
Oh, okay. So I didn't go too deep into it. I just heard no cussing and I just got upset because I was like, if I ever make a video, I can't cuss because like if I bleep it out, it's gonna sound like somebody that died.
Well, back to that again, huh? The bleeping.
Yeah, but I mean, back to these guys. But well, me personally, I just had to back away. Because, and then the thing is, like, they'll swear up and down it's somebody else on YouTube, you know, making them look bad. And I'm just like, you really don't have to listen to anybody but y'all.
Exactly.
Exactly. Like, do you hear the words coming out your mouth?
It's like, let's say all these people didn't, you know, exist. It's like, if we just sat there and listened to y'all, that's enough. It's more than enough.
I took a few clips today, and I was thinking about putting them on TikTok and showing, and it come from the Fight Club, from some of the people who think they ain't gonna never get, you know, in no trouble because they're not the hosts, you know, they only go up every once in a while. But even when they do go up, they say the most ridiculous and stupid shit. And so we have Black people over there tonight, you know, and this one dude talk about he want him a tall, dark, white woman, giggling and laughing. And I want Black people to point to me a white channel. Find me a white channel and point that shit to me where there are white people up there, upwards 12 to 20 people on a panel talking about how they want Black people, shitting on their own people, wanting Black people. I never seen that shit in my entire fucking life.
You ain't never gonna see it.
I know Big J here, and he'll say no, it's because you ain't go to certain. So Big J, this is what I'm asking you. Show me a panel of which the full panel of people are white, and they are shitting on their own people to uplift Black people. Show that shit to me, because I want to put this little clip on TikTok and embarrass these motherfuckers and announce that this is an Anton Daniels whole creation, and then point to what he said when he was on. Goddamn, this nigga went on a major ass TV show. Dr. Phil has millions of motherfucking followers and people looking at him every fucking day. This nigga went up there and made Black people look dumb as fuck. And then makeup they put on them because they look, it just was, I know most of y'all didn't see it. I'm looking to see if I can find it on YouTube so we can break that shit down.
Dr. Phil still got a show?
Huh?
I said Dr. Phil still got his show?
Hell yeah, that's one of the #1 shows on this motherfucker.
I ain't watched TV in a minute, so.
Oh yeah, Dr. Phil's #1. Anton Daniels was on his show like a few weeks back.
Yeah, I saw it.
Did you see the whole show?
Not the whole entire thing. I just saw clips.
Oh yeah, no, the whole show, it was bad. Even the clips look like, okay, you might be able to swallow a little bit of it and you'd be like, okay, yeah, he shouldn't have said that maybe. Nah, I look at Dr. Phil, I record him. That shit get recorded every day for as long as I can remember watching it. 20 years, every day, DVR. Before DVR was out, I was putting this shit on my recording on my VHS, on the my whatever that thing called back then. Anyway, so I couldn't believe I had heard about it, but I thought people was joking. I thought they simply, I thought they were joking about him going on Dr. Phil. So I looked at the whole show. When I was looking at the show, I was like, oh shit, he really is on the show. And I listened and I was hoping nothing but the best for the dude, right? I'm thinking, okay, he gonna go on there and put his best foot forward. I'm thinking he gonna go up there, and he mentioned the same shit. What he said, he mentioned the term victims Olympics, right? That shit don't work with nobody else but sad ass fucking black people. He mentioned that term and nobody thought it was a fabulous term to reuse over and over again. In fact, you should have saw the head shakes from all races of people in the audience, because this nigga was talking about his own people, a black man.
Yeah, the audience was like,
you know what?
It was despicable, y'all. That's why the respect, there was a level of respect for Anton until that nigga went on that show and tried to show he didn't even do what black people. We go to put our best foot forward. If I'm going on national TV, I'm going to put my best foot forward, right? There will be no cussing of me. I'm going to speak positive. Even if I'm not telling the truth to a degree, right? You might be like a little, maybe not be exactly what I'm feeling and how I express it online. So I express it a little different on TV, but this nigga went up there and man, see, that's what happens when everybody is hosting him up and making him look good. He thinks that he's somebody. This nigga went on the whole show and showed the world that he ain't shit.
Well, and that's what happened with that dude from Fresh and Fit. You remember he went on them white people podcast and they ended up kicking him off?
No, I didn't even see that.
Oh yeah,
you remember the Australians?
The
Australian couple.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they ended up kicking him off because he kept on repeating the same shit over and over and over again. And then he kept on repeating it like he was actually saying something. And finally, the white guy was like, "So the fuck what?"
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you talking about Fresh and Fit? Oh yeah.
Yeah, I love the fact that he was agreeing with him at the beginning. I said, "You low down, dirty." It was like whatever, and then he eventually started getting on his nerves, and then he started agreeing with the woman. I'm like, "Yeah, now you see what women have been going through. Yeah, go ahead and side with us. Yeah, because that's what they do, saying the same shit over and over again, expecting the shit to work, and it just don't."
Well, and then they be sitting there talking about all these, like they supposedly have women figured out, but come to find out, I think one of them was still tricking on women. Like they was paying women for their company.
Oh yeah, one of them is gay and one of them tricking women. That's all that. But you look at them though. Look at them, ladies. I'm sorry. One of them motherfuckers look like his mama and his daddy are brother and sister.
Listen, I'm not paying attention to nobody named Myron because all I can think of is the Players Club when he followed
I'm not paying attention to freaking frack. It's like, oh my God.
When I found that dude's name was Myron, I'm like, you mean the dude that stalked that girl home on the Players Club that one time? Absolutely not.
Is it Myron the one? Myron is the one who's taking dick in his mouth and in his ass.
Myron is the one with the big old Dumbo ears. You know, if his ears were any bigger, he'd be a Disney character.
Myron is gay or bisexual or what you call it when you just love who you love and it don't matter.
Pansexual, I think.
Myron is pansexual. I'm talking about like cast iron pansexual. Okay.
Oh, in the bed.
Oh man, he was in the bed with a man. He got caught out there for real.
But see, they do stuff like that, and they put stuff like that on display, not just for the Black community, but for the world to see, and then they wonder why nobody respects them. It's like, for what?
Man, Anton went on that show, y'all. Even Dr. Phil had shaking his head and had to had to
we saw
stop.
his face.
Went to a commercial, and I just wish I had been there, because I can imagine them having a conversation between the commercials and shit. I was waiting for it to come back from commercial, and I thought, he was gonna get on him a little bit, or I was gonna see, but they kind of brushed over it a little bit, which tell me they had the conversation. But everybody was, like I'm talking about, there was black, white, all Asian, all kinds of people in the audience shaking their head. 2 black men. That was Anton and that Peterson, Jesse Lee Peterson. And I'm gonna tell you, Jesse Lee Peterson made more sense than Anton Jones. And that it says a lot. Which way you want to go, man?
Right, because Jesse Lee Peterson, like, he got a Down syndrome or something. And droopy ass face he had.
Yeah, I can barely understand what he's saying at the time. Like, what'd you say?
He be talking too slow. And I'm just like, sir, we got things to do. Speed it up. That is sad. I didn't even know that happened.
What I don't like is some of these men be having like all daughters. And I'm a daddy's girl.
Right.
Imagine if, and I'm the only child, so I can with as far as my dad, so I can't imagine going online and seeing or hearing my dad talk so bad about black women, talking about like, their kitty cat, their cat stank and all this other stuff.
I would disown my dad. I literally would.
Right? Like, I was like, whoa.
Like, sir, what are you doing?
What are you doing? Like, I put in the comment section, I'm like, ain't you raising like black girls to be black women?
Wait, who said that?
You, huh?
Who was talking about women vagina stink?
Do you want me to say the name? Is that all right?
Yeah, you could.
JP.
Who?
JP.
Oh, J Prince, you talking about? Well, that nigga look like he all he ever did was stink pussy before.
Oh yeah.
Like, let's be honest. Come on, let's be honest. He looked like, that's why I was shocked. I think all of us were shocked when we saw his girlfriend or baby mama. Right?
You know what? I'm not taking this off of no damn men that think it's gay to wipe the crack of their ass. Like, please, okay?
That's crusty and oh my goodness.
Like, sir, if you leave skid marks in your drawers, please don't talk to me.
I know that's right.
But he went on a whole tangent for like, I don't even know how long, because I went on for a few minutes and I got off because I had other things to do. And then I go back. But okay, so it was all about, the whole tangent he was on was black women. He was bashing black women for dating out. And was like, y'all bringing like these, biracial kids into the world and stuff. And he's under the impression that we create more biracial kids, which is a lie. That's a lie. And just saying all this negative. But then when it came down to later on, towards the end of the life, when all the men was on his back about him choosing Cynthia G over this big booty white or Latino girl, it was like, oh my goodness. But you sat here and just said all this bad stuff about black women, but said at the end of the day, you would choose a black woman. And then you have black daughters.
That's the confusion with him. See, Jay Prince could be funny, right? But he is all over the place. He's all over the place because he considered himself to be, he was, in fact, when I first met him, pro-black. Talk about black families, black this, black that, black this. He even went over there by Anton on some blackness. But then he let Anton seep into his mind. Anton embarrassed that man, dogged that man, used that man. Oh, I watch him. And I felt sorry for him. I even went up there one time to help Jay Prince. I didn't even know this nigga like that. Only for the nigga to then, while I'm helping him, to take out his his worthless ass dick and try to put it in behind my neck. You know what I'm saying? Like, instead of stabbing me in my back, because they pussies, they ain't gonna never have no dagger to stab me back. But they always pull out they stink funky ass dicks though. You see? What, man?
Well, see, and that's the thing. Like they realize that the other guys don't agree with them, but see, they want to be with the they want to be with the big boys and stuff like that. So they'll tweak whatever it is they need to say to be able to fit in. And it's really sad. It's like we're not in high school anymore. Like if you're gonna say some shit, then stand on it.
And to sit there and say that, say so much about Black women, knowing your daughters are going to grow up and be Black women, how would you feel about men that think like you?
I would just own my dad. Like I am a daddy's girl, and he don't think nothing like these guys online. But if he did, like, we would not have the relationship that we have at this point.
Right. Exactly.
Like, there is no way. And the crazy thing is, like, they'll sit there and say that they need men in the home. And it's like, the crazy thing is, like, my dad wouldn't like any of you. He really wouldn't.
No, not at all.
Like somebody put it in the chat one time. I think she was like, my dad would go upside my head if I bought anybody from this space home. And I'm just like, I really think my dad would go upside my head too. Because it's like, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I believe.
Yeah. Listen, I agree. My dad, I'm going with the older ones, right? Like Anton Daniels, he would have beat the shit out of Anton. My dad wouldn't say nothing to me. Soon as he saw what type of dude this was, he would have, he would have beat the shit out. He would have showed me that this man can't protect me. That's what my dad was for real like that. Okay, my dad was for real like that. When he met my husband, he put him through the test. He liked him. He said he liked him right up on, before meeting. I think he liked him because my hubby, even before they met, had already talked to my dad on the phone and asked for permission to marry me. So that was a plus. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's a plus already. And because of that, because I knew if my husband would have just showed up on some here go, meet my boyfriend, dad, my dad wouldn't have liked it. Especially if he was already knowing that we was having sex and shit like that.
Right. But see, that's the thing about that's the gag bomb. Like they sit there and say that we need to be around our dads and we need to have dads in the home. And it's like the whole time our dads wouldn't even like y'all.
Exactly. Dad wouldn't play. Listen, I mentioned that when they talk about us being modern day women and they want us to be traditional, and yet these motherfuckers don't know the difference between they don't know wrenches, they don't know the different type of tools at all. You know what I mean? They don't know none of this shit. I could pull out one of these goddamn tools in my husband's tool chest right now and ask these motherfuckers, what is it? And most of them won't know.
Don't know how to change a tire or nothing. And the crazy thing is, I know how to change a tire. Like,
yeah.
I know how to change a tire. I know how to change my oil. I'm not gonna do none of that, but I know how to do it. But
they'll call you masculine just by knowing. See, when we know something they don't know, then we're masculine.
But see, and then the thing is, they don't know how to do it. But if you depend on them to do it, you're gonna be on the side of the road.
You're gonna be on the side of the road. Exactly. That's why men not stopping. They hope like they used to. Back in the day, if a woman, when I was but there was a time before cell phones, y'all. And people were still traveling. You know what I'm saying? So I've been on the side of the highway, and men have stopped. And a lot of the time, they wasn't even hitting on me. It wasn't like they stopped only because I was so pretty and sexy and they wanted to get my phone number. That's what these niggas today do. They only stop when you look a certain way and all. And they only show that in TV. I'm not even sure if that's real. You see, because they show us things in movies, TV, commercials, and then we get confused. Is this reality or is this just what they putting out to us, right? Because I haven't been on side the road in a very long time, so I don't know. But I know I've seen in TVs where the men are only stop only because he interested in you, trying to date you and shit like that. I will tell you though, one time I needed some help. I think my tire was low, and somebody had told me while I was driving, they pointed and said, hey, your tire's low. And so I pulled over. I don't know how to put no air in no tire. In fact, I'm scared to do it. Because, you know, in my mind, if I put too much, I feel like the tire going to blow up. I don't know. Dumb, you know, I'm a woman. I don't know. Anyway, so I pull over and I'm looking at this thing. I'm reading because I do not read, right? And I'm not a reader. I know it tells me that it's free air. And so I'm looking, and then I start looking around to see if there's any men. Not normally, back in the day, some man would have just pulled up. And I'm gonna be honest with you, he could have been any color, right? Any color. The only ones who don't really pull up is the Mexicans, and that's because they usually be, you know, they undocumented, so they want to keep their head low. But the thing about the Mexicans, though, if you call them over and ask them, I'm not lying. Them motherfuckers will help you. Them motherfuckers will rebuild your engine, girl, in your motherfucking yard. I'm not even joking. It's a lot of men who have they learn shit since they were young because that's how they have to survive. And then they come to this country. They be police officers over there, and then they come to this country and end up just on side the road trying to make money. And I'm telling you, the Black community, if we start in, you know, kind of reaching out, you'd be shocked at the things we could get done. Because those Mexican men are not what our Black men used to be. Where our Black men would help. And they wouldn't overcharge you. And they would, you know, of course they're going to charge you, right, for certain jobs, but they're not going to overcharge you because they just want to make the money without being cheated. You see, ladies, I'm telling you, if you got some issue with your car, your vehicles, or anything, and you see a Mexican man, you know, go up to him and see if he know how to do it. Even if he don't know how to do it, he might know somebody. They just want to keep their head low and make some money. We go to our Black men today, they overcharging just based on us being women. They ain't no better than these other motherfuckers. I'm telling you.
And do a half-ass job.
Yep. Will not come on time.
And take forever to get your damn car back.
That's right. They doing half the job.
Let me tell you, because I took my car before I left South Carolina. I took my car to this one mechanic, and it was a Black guy, and he was taking so damn long to get my damn car back to me. I was like, listen, if you don't get me my damn car back, I'm gonna come burn your damn shop down, and ain't nobody gonna have no car.
Yeah.
That's how we finna do that. So my car was ready in like a few weeks, like a 2-week job will turn into like 4 weeks or something like that. And then they'll try to tell you, oh, I'm waiting on the part to come in and blah, blah, blah and stuff like that. And it's like, look, I got stuff to do. I ain't got time to be playing around with you.
Girl, they done spent your money. They trying to make the money back to buy the part. Let me tell you, look, it's hard. These men are making it worse for themselves on the internet. I'm talking about these Black men, and it might be time for us to turn our back on them, on some real shit.
And the crazy thing is, because I was looking at it like I was supporting a Black business, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, seriously. So eventually, I just went on ahead to CarMax and got me a brand new car because I was like, I don't have time for this. You know, I'm working, and this was before I graduated. It's like I have 2 jobs to be at. I'm going to school and stuff like that. I don't have time for car problems like that.
Right.
Yeah, I had to report my car stolen because he tried to help out a Black dude. And I was also in school at the time, had a very young child. I needed my car back. And and nope. No, I don't even think I had her yet. I think I was still pregnant and going to school and working.
Yeah.
And yeah, I had to report. I went by to go see like what my car looked like and how it was doing. My car wasn't even there. I found out my car was in a whole other state.
Girl, that's what they'll do. Listen, one of my cousins, no, my niece, that's what it was. She, you know, finding somebody who she know through a friend of a friend, trying to, you know, do things for Black people in their little companies and shit. And she brought her car, and like y'all said, something that should have actually taken days took over a month. And then the motherfuckers messed up the car girl. And then they had an idea of torching a fucking car. And I'm like, she coming talking about, yeah, they talking about torching the car, trying to get the insurance. I said, girl, that's insurance fraud. Like, first of all, what in the fuck? I'm like, you gonna trust to do some criminal shit with some motherfuckers who already fucked you? I said,
Exactly. They probably took her money and everything.
yes. I'm like, your car is worse than it was before, and they got an idea of torching it and gonna get you included in it, and you gonna go with that shit. I told her she better not do that shit.
Right. They gonna say, and then if you get caught, they gonna let you take the fall for it. Don't do it.
What you want, man? What you want, man? You want me to pick you up? Oh Lord. What you want, Nicholas?
Absolutely not.
I know, like what? I'm like, listen, I don't trust people already, but after you mess me over like that, I'm definitely not trusting you. To me, it sounds like a setup.
Exactly. I was about to say, if they hadn't got caught, they would have let her take the fall for it.
That's right.
They would have told them that, this was her idea the whole time, and just whatever they need to tell the people to get off and stuff like that. So no, don't do that. Like what she should have did was report into the Better Business Bureau.
Girl.
But yeah, I went on ahead in my situation. I just went on ahead and bought a new car because I was like, I don't have time for this. I tried showing support. I tried to support a Black business and stuff like that, but it's just like, I ain't got time for all of this.
Nicholas brought me to the beach and talk about, are you ready, my mom? And then he started counting down. I had to mute myself because he was about to bust around. Am I ready? Are you ready, Nicholas? You're not ready? Okay. Why you asking me am I ready? Are you ready? I'm ready when you're ready. You gonna sing? Yeah. The beat drop, go. Oh, he changed as soon as the beat dropped, y'all. He is something else. Say, mama. Mama. The chum chum. Mama. Huh? Say, the men on YouTube are bum bums. I don't know what that is.
You know what's crazy, Mom? Like, as far as this topic goes, I was watching this one guy on YouTube, right? And he was talking about how he was doing house renovations. And so he was like, I tried to get like the Black men to come in and do the renovation so I could support Black people and, just be supportive of Black people. But he was like, they had all types of excuses. He was like, they wouldn't show up on time. Every time you ask them to do something, they don't know how to do it or they don't do it and all kinds of other stuff. So it's crazy.
It is crazy. You know why? Because we can't do, like, especially when it comes to the Black men, they refuse to go to school. And for some reason, I heard somebody say it, I think I recorded it, even over there on Fight Club. They think when something comes to their mind, they just go with it. Like, as if that's how life works, right? Something
exactly.
So if I ask you, do you know how to change your alternator? And he thinking something in his mind telling him, yep, I know how to change your alternator, even though he might not even know what an alternator look like or nothing like that. And then, so here we as women, we thinking, oh, he say he know how to do it. I'm gonna give him, give him the business because he's a Black man. And come to find out they won't go to school.
You won't even have to go to school. You could just go look on YouTube at this point.
You could just watch
YouTube. But
you could go. You know how much stuff I learned how to do to my car because I learned how to change my headlights on YouTube.
Me too.
Yeah, no, you could. Yeah, I learned that too. But certain things though, they need to go to school to do because especially if they're gonna take money from. Because see, if we go to, let's say, do this alternator thing, and we go through the YouTube, and then we get stuck. Or we mess up our own shit, we know, right? But if somebody paying you, if I pay somebody, I don't want to hear that they went to YouTube to fix it, especially when it's not fixed, when it end up worse. You know what I mean? I don't want to hear that. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's one thing if you claiming
No,
that,
no,
hey,
I'm talking about stuff for like a quick fix, like the headlights or something like that. But for like an
oh,
alternator, or if you want to learn how to drop an engine or something, yeah, I use those.
yeah,
And you gotta turn around and pay more because this person, this Emmett had
messed up, right?
And the crazy thing is, like, I think getting into like automation is like a certification or something like that. So you don't even have to be in school that long. I think maybe a year top.
Not even that long. They got tech trade schools where they learn
So
that
like
stuff
6 months,
quick. Yep, they
six
learn
months to a
it.
year.
They learn
Because
it
like,
quicker than that. Couple of months. If a
yeah,
month,
because
like
I
you
went
learn
to
truck driving in less than a month.
yeah, because I went to before I moved down here, I went to Midlands Technical College, and they had all kinds of stuff. They had phlebotomy, they had RN classes. I think they had something for like if you wanted to be like a diesel tech or something like that. They had all kinds of stuff. And this one guy I was dating, he wanted to get into automation, but he just thought he was just supposed to be able to dive head first. And I'm just like, it don't work like that. Like it's all it's classes and stuff that you like. It's a process to get where you want to go. Like you don't just wake up one day and be like, oh, I want to work on cars.
Let me tell you what happened recently. I think maybe about 6 months. 6 months ago, my son's car engine. I think they said it's the engine, right? So we do have people. It's a black guy who fixes on our cars, right? He's reliable and everything, and he's an old school mechanic. But y'all know they changing these cars. So he orders my son's engine. And by the way, engines cost a lot of money, y'all. We talking 5,000 plus. $5,000 plus just to get the engine.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the
So
car.
yeah, I
Yeah,
know
but I had
that's
to get a
right.
new
That's
car.
get a new car. That's right. But
I said
this car
anything
paid
after like
for. This car paid for is nice. My son loved it, right? So he decided he gonna get it. They found the engine for like 3,000, and the guy was only gonna charge him maybe like a couple of $100 to do it, right? So I think like 500 to do it. So it was a deal. He thought anyway. He thought it was a deal instead of buying a $16,000 car when you could pay less 5,000. Anyway, so they buy the engine. The guy put the engine in, and guess what? The guy couldn't do. Program the goddamn engine. You got to have the software, yo, and know how to program it to get it to even work. So these car companies are making it difficult where we can't just go find a street mechanic anymore if you got a newer car. Because now my son, like now the people, if he take it to the Nissan dealer want to charge him $1,000 just to program the engine that he just paid for to get in there. And so my son was like, nah. So he had the guy take the engine out and they sent it back so he could get his money back. And he did exactly what y'all said. Bought him another car.
Yeah, anything after like I guess brakes or some shit like that, I'm just gonna go ahead and buy a new car. Like once it starts getting into the thousands, yeah, new car me, please. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
That is crazy. As soon as they would have said $5,000, I was like,
oh yeah.
My heart just broke hearing that.
We had two cars who need new engines in 2022. 22 was difficult over here, baby.
Yeah, my car is a 2019, so yeah.
It was supposed to be like my dream car. I'm one of them because I'm a small girl, kind of like a bomb. Girl, tiny, and I like tiny cars. Like my next car I want is an Element, but I really wanted a Beetle. I wanted
those are cute cars.
Yeah, I wanted a convertible. I wasn't able to get the convertible part, but I got the red Beetle. I bought that car with a blown head gasket. Cost me down there $7,000. didn't know, was stuck with it, and now I'm selling it for parts. So all the parts, I got the car pretty much broke down, but now I got like a cute little green Fiat that I love, but that's going to my daughter because she's going to be 16 in June, and then I'm getting me an Element. So I love me some small little cars. I think they're so cute. I ain't got to worry about people. Like,
you know what? I had a Beetle, and it was okay when I first got the car, but then like the car wouldn't crank up when I went to go to work and stuff like that. And so I called the person that sold it to me, and I cussed him out because I was like, what WTF is going on with this car? And I explained to him what happened, and he was like, well, let me call you back. 30 minutes go by, an hour goes by, however many hours goes by, and he doesn't call me back. That's what actually inspired me, not inspired me, but that's what actually caused me to just go ahead and get a new car. Because I was like, see, you playing games, and I ain't got time. Because it's like, once you start, getting into where I can't get to work and stuff like that, see, now you're playing with my money, and that's not cool.
Yeah.
So I just went on and got a new car. And when I did get the new car, I still went to him, and I was like, well, what are you going to do with this car? And he was like, well, you need to find somebody to buy it. I said, no, nigga, you need to find somebody to buy it because you sold me this fucked up ass car in the first fucking place.
Right.
So he found somebody to buy it. He was like, oh, I found somebody. I said, I don't give a fuck. Tell him to come get the damn car and, get out my face. So I was just past done.
I found out my car came from a damn auction that they got for a couple hundred.
Oh, like one of them police auctions?
1,000. I mean, sold to me for 7,000.
Yeah, see, I ended up
5, and then yep. And it had
the car I ended up going to get. I just went on ahead and went to CarMax. Because I was like, at least if something goes wrong with the car, I have a warranty on it and I have somewhere to take it back to.
Yep. I had to turn around and do that with my next car. Yeah, with the car I got now. Yeah. I love my little car though. So cute.
Yeah, I love my little car. I love my little 2019.
I could fit in any parking spot and all that.
Yeah, I love my little 2019.
I have like the little eyelashes on my car. I didn't get the actual 3D ones because those can rip off on the freeway. So I got little stickers.
Yeah, my little car done got me through college and then got me through several road trips and it got me and my car done been all over the place together. That's my girl.
Me too. My girl name is Erin.
I have a black car, so I call her Shadow.
Nice. Yeah, I had one named Black Beauty. She was a 20. She was a 2020 when I had her, and it was 2020, I think. Her name was.
I had a white 2015 Honda Elantra, and I called her Pearl.
I love how we get our first names, especially that fit. Yeah, the car that I had that was the Nissan, that was the 2020. I had gotten a car accident. Somebody just backed out their driveway like on a busy street and just hit my ass. Like just sideswiped.
Oh, you know what? Okay, so before all of these cars came along, I had a red Volvo. And I was in love with that damn car. It was paid off. All I had to do was worry about insurance and stuff like that. So I was coming home one day, and these people was turning to go get on the interstate, and they ran right into me. And I was pissed because, first of all, they didn't have insurance, and then my car was totaled. And then a few months later, my insurance company ended up kicking me off. And I was just like, you know what? If it ain't one day I'm paying, it's another. But luckily, like a couple weeks before that happened, I had just switched to full coverage on my car. Because if I had just had like liability or something, I would have been like assed out.
Oh yeah.
So I guess everything worked out, but I was ticked off when it happened.
Oh, you had a Volvo. Oh,
It was a good car too. It was good on gas and everything.
it's funny because whenever I think of those cars, even though like the words don't match up, but I always think of that one song. If I always add Volvo into it, I always be like, I'm in love with the Volvo.
This is a very pretty picture of you, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Sis, I think your outfit that you got on, is that a because I got a very similar outfit. Is that
It's a shirt.
oh, it's a shirt? Okay, girl, I got one, but it's a looks just like that, except for it's like I can't see how low cut yours is. Mine is extremely low cut.
It's pretty. I have your number, so if I'm gonna send it to you. It's pretty. It's pretty low. You can see a little. You can see a little bit.
Oh yeah, and I could send you the picture of my outfit, but mine was a romper.
No, mine is just it's a bodysuit. So
Okay, nice. Yeah, my girl, my dad flipped the fuck out when he saw when I came to him because I went to go see him on my birthday with my friends, and I had on a jacket, like a sweater over it. So I was like, he's not gonna see this. But then when he saw them birthday pictures, he was like, oh no, I'm kind of big when it comes to the girls, like a real big.
right.
I understood when I was talking about she lost the binky because I'd be losing credit cards, money. I could lose binkies. I could lose everything. I could lose a whole house underneath just one titty. So I was like, oh no, yeah, I understand that. But yeah, my dad saw that and was like, no, don't you ever in your life. But that,
Yeah, I understand the shirt. Look, I came downstairs. I came downstairs in some some shorts one time, and my dad was like, "Well, shorts are a little short, don't you think?" And I'm like, "No." Like I wouldn't be wearing them if I no.
He was like, no, take the hint. Like, no, go take them off now.
Especially being on my dad's only girl too. He'd be like, you don't think you need to put something over that dress, or it'll be like the summertime and I have on like a halter top or something, and he'd be like, you don't think you need some sleeves? It's kind of cold outside. I'm like, Dad, it's like 80 degrees. So like, what are you talking about?
Like 95 degrees outside and it's humid. Like, yeah, leave me alone.
Right. It's just like y'all done decided to set the thermostat to hell, and you talking about do I have a jacket?
Them dads is funny. Oh, I love it. I love it so much.
Especially when you're the only girl. They do not play.
Yeah. Yes, and I'm the only child completely. So it's like I got no other kid to pick on. Or he ain't got no boy to go play sports with. It's just all me.
Yeah, I have an older brother and then I have a younger brother, and it's an interesting dynamic.
It is. And you know what else I don't like? Oh my God. Have your dad, has he experienced the internet yet?
He's on the internet. First of all, I hope and pray he never comes to this side of YouTube.
Please don't. Oh man, please.
Like I low key want to go and put like a child lock on his phone or something like that, so he can't.
Yes, please do it. Oh my God, my dad, because he's an Israelite now, and he like the space, and so some of the stuff he hears, and then when we'll talk about it, and I'm like, no, Dad, that's not cool. And then we'll talk, and sometimes we'll get into it because we talk every night on the phone, like between 8:30 and 9:30 p.m. We're on the phone. And oh man, some of the stuff he says, I'm like, Dad, I think you need to stay off YouTube because you're
Yes, please. Yeah, please. Please, please, please.
like red pill type of stuff.
You're right. It's like, Dad, I like you and I want to keep it like that. Please stay off the internet.
Right. Like you need to calm down on the internet. I ain't feeling this. I'm not feeling it at all.
Well, I do run a couple of things. Like I remember I heard this one guy, he was like, men can be fat because they're men. And so I told my dad, and my dad was like, okay, he sounds stupid. So I have a little hope for him, but at this point, I don't want anybody on this side of YouTube because it's so toxic.
Yeah, I don't trust it. I don't trust it.
Like this is a whole Get Out series, and so like even if you come over here with a positive mindset, like you probably gonna leave like with a very bad taste in your mouth.
Yeah, girl, why did my dad bring up hair and makeup? I was like, Dad, do you just hear what you said? Because he was like, I'm glad you don't wear weave and makeup anymore. I said, Dad, did you just hear what you said? I said, you pretty much just said same thing that I've been complaining about for a while now. And you just actually said the same thing. And he was like, oh no, I'm just saying, like, like you're naturally beautiful and you should show off your beauty. I was like, no, don't clean it up. Don't clean it up.
All right. So I'm glad my dad doesn't care what I do with my hair. I'm really glad because it's kind of like culture shock being on here because I did not know men were so concerned about girly shit.
Right. I didn't know either. But I guess it makes sense to me now because my dad always said when he first saw my mom, he's always said this. When he first saw my mom, he knew he was going to have a baby with her, a daughter, particularly. So I thought he was just saying that, just because, I'm a girl. But no, I think he was dead serious. I think he wanted a baby girl from my mom, and maybe she even looked a certain way. I don't know. But he was like, you're just so beautiful and stuff, and I'm just so happy you don't wear the hair and makeup and stuff because you don't need it and stuff, and you're gonna make somebody a perfect wife one day. And I'm like, whoa, please stay off of YouTube. Please.
And the thing is, like, I know I don't need hair. I know I don't need weave and makeup, but damn it, I want it. So what's the problem?
Right. I'm like, so you got with my mama because first of all, my mom is biracial. So you got with her thinking that he was going to have a daughter that had certain features?
That's what it sounded like.
Yeah, I was getting all into it. I was like, He was like, no, I knew my genes would be strong because, his brothers, all their genes are strong. I was like, I know you look like me. I just knew that you'll have your features.
And the thing is, like, they complain about makeup, but it's like if you hold up something specifically, they probably wouldn't even be able to tell you what it is.
No. At all. I agree.
Or like if you try to talk to them about the different brands of hair, they ain't gonna know what the hell you talking about. Like they can't even, honestly, if you just go ahead and put it in your hair, they're probably not even gonna be able to tell the difference. So I mean, it's just like we just have a whole lot of YouTube makeup artists and hairdressers in this sector, I've noticed.
Right, because I can't even tell you how many men was like, take the weave out your head. When they look at my picture, it's like, there's no weave in my head.
Honestly, if it'll keep them away from me, I will gladly keep it in my head.
I had to break down to my dad. I was like, Dad, do you know why I wear wigs? Like, do you know why I did this? Because I didn't want to damage my hair. I didn't want to have to keep coloring it. You knew that I was into colors. I didn't want to have to keep doing all these different random colors, damaging my hair.
And that's the reason I wear weave, because it's like, I like different colors. I'm not doing a whole lot of I'm not doing a whole lot of heat on my head and stuff like that. And, you know, just leaving my hair alone, it grows much better like that.
Exactly. Like the picture I have on here, like you see my hair. If I flat iron my hair is to my waist. It's long. It looks like a wig. Yes, definitely does. They always say that. It looks like a wig.
Oh yeah,
But
you can't have hair outside of the weave and the makeup.
no, you can't. You can't. Not at all. Oh, I see Kev in the chat. Hi, Kev.
Yeah, because I mean, like, even though I wear weave, I have plenty of hair, but it's just like the reason I have so much hair is because like I keep it in a protective style and I leave it alone.
Right, that's the key. Keep it moisturized and
Yeah,
depend.
I have 4C hair. My hair just absorbs moisture like it's nothing.
Yep, I got the 3C4A here. It's okay. It's cute and stuff, but yeah.
I do like the curls. I like the curls.
Thank you. With the curls in the picture, I had to do, a little something for that. But my other picture, I don't know if you've seen before that, is, you will see my actual like real curl pattern. But I don't understand the whole porosity thing. So I just kind of do like what works for my hair. So I don't understand all that. It confuses me. Do you? Like the high porosity and low porosity? I don't get it. DJ, I don't know if you're talking, but you might be on mute.
Sorry, y'all. You can get me upstairs, putting underwear on.
Hey, Bob.
Hey, y'all still talking, huh?
Sorry, we threw off the whole conversation.
Oh, no, it's okay. Whatever y'all talking about, I'm good with. Okay.
I'm actually about to drop down because it's like 4 in the morning here. It's like 4:38, and I've been up all day cleaning.
Okay, sis. I'll text you in a little while.
All right. Y'all have a good
Probably
night.
see it in the morning.
All right.
Okay, good night.
Oh, Khadijah left? Oh, I was gonna say, okay, not Khadijah.
That hair, can I tell you, that hair is just gorgeous.
Oh, thank you.
Why do you look like that? Why? Why? Who told you? Who told you that was okay?
Me.
Good answer. Gorgeous. Oh, let me turn my TV down. I cannot stand the sound of my own voice. Oh, annoying.
I see bomb on mute. She doesn't. You with my licky lick.
Leaky, you earned your name. You really leaky now.
Man, he got me playing like I'm Mater. I'm coming, man. Huh? Can I take a break too?
You don't want to give my mama a break, Leaky. Give my mama a break. He's like, nope.
Got me reenacting that movie, y'all. I'm Mater, and he's the guy in the Burger King, in the McDonald's. I'm sorry. Oh my God! And he keep rewinding it, so I have to reenact it over and over and over and over again. He should be a little actor, y'all. Okay, you want me? You finish? I'm almost finished my break. Okay. Yeah, come get this.
He really should.
Yeah, y'all. He could. I'm not sure how he is around other people. Like he, come on, oh, Nikki. Y'all, he acting out there. So come on, man. Okay. Y'all talking? Or y'all quit? Okay. I'm coming. Okay. Yeah. Come on. No. Okay, Mama need a little break. You finish watching that, okay? Mama want to make this pizza though, man. You gotta let me get a break, man. You're killing me, y'all. You're killing me. Anyway, let me. Since nobody talking, let me play this real quick. Let's see how this worked out. Share sound.
Yeah, Black Beauty, she dropped off. She'll probably come back though.
Oh, okay. Here y'all go. Look at a little bit of this.
It's like going in somebody's household and you talking crazy to them or disrespecting them, and they want to be all copacetic. Like, no. If Aaron and Brittany want to run this household like they want to, they can. If you and the president's black house want to run y'all household and mute people, y'all can do that. Like, why is it such an issue?
BT, what's up?
Hold on, Q. Because Fatty said it's about money with loyalty. I never asked Anton ever for anything, not a dime.
Me either.
Never, ever.
Me neither.
And Anton and we met Anton in real life, right? Anton offers to pay, and I always say no. So let's just be real. Y'all don't know the conversations me and Anton or they have with Anton. We don't know the conversations Fatty, you and JP have, or none of that. Y'all go based off of what's on social media. So whatever is a friendship to you is what it looks like. But I actually met Anton in real life. I talk to Rita every single freaking day. So you can't conflate the two.
I have a question for you, Q. Can you assume shit about us? And we have the right to defend ourselves, but we can assume shit about you?
What am I assuming about y'all?
There you go.
Q, weren't you like 2 weeks ago calling J Prince?
That's a fact. Listen, Fatty is right. Take a break. Okay, look, you see, take a break. Fatty is right. They was making assumptions and assuming shit about him and J Prince and what they were doing, but they don't want them to do it to him. So, okay, Fatty, you get a point. Go ahead.
He's mentioning, telling that he was touching the elders on his, like, implying that he was touching.
Said that.
No, you were. We have the video.
No,
Q,
this is what I said. No. Fatty, hold on.
The conversation
went
like this. The conversation went like this. People are fucking elderly people on the place where the elderly people usually are, and you said, yeah, look at J Prince.
Yes, I was making that.
You literally after somebody implied that people are fucking.
They had to pay that $5.
And let me explain Fatty. And if you would listen and go back to it, what I was referencing, Fatty, let me speak. What I was referencing is people can fuck at his job easily because he said he has fucked his coworkers.
But that's the point. You were
Wait,
talking
that's
about
not the point.
you no, you were talking.
So Fatty, did it come out my mouth that JP was fucking these old people? Yes or no?
With all the respect, if you say something
did I
that
say
all,
that?
if
Fatty,
you say,
did I say that? Because I will pay you $100 if that came out my mouth.
You implied that, and I can look at the video and it sounded like that, because all the
saying that, sir.
Man, this conversation is
a
very
interesting it's not me saying that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That be your problem. Y'all be thinking people say something. She said implying it isn't me saying it, which is true. But if you was implying it and you knew you was implying it, then it is kind of like you saying it. No. They think people stupid, baby. Come on, let me hit play. And then I'll come. Let me hit the play button. Let me hit the play button, man. Okay.
Why we always trying to hold people accountable?
About him effing.
It's always the same conversation. It's always the same conversation a couple of times.
Chill. I'll have the conversation by myself, because I'm sure he came to see me. What's going on?
No, I came here to address what you were saying, because he's always like that. You guys don't behave like that when Anton is not around. This is not Anton's fault, but a guy comes on the panel. We know this is Fight Club. Yesterday there was a woman on this shit calling another man nigga with the ER word. Nobody
said a goddamn thing. That is facts. This is Fight Club. Look, when Fatty come up and make the points that I make, that's what's sad, because like all these niggas are hypocrites, right? This is Fight Club. Everybody's, huh?
You said you asked everybody hypocrites. I said, seemed like it to me.
Yeah, because even himself, right? You come over, it's Fight Club, and then they'll say some shit like, every time you come over, it's a mess. Nigga, this is Fight
Club. It's supposed to be some mess. Why'd you name it that if you didn't want it to be no mess?
Which is weird, because I've only been over there maybe a handful of times. Like, I'm talking about, no, I've not been over there over 5 times. I've not been on that panel but maybe 5 times at the most. That's for real. So it's weird when I go up and they say, every time you come up, it's a man. Nigga, this shit is called Fight Club. It started way before. It happens every day, damn here. And you mean I come up 5 times and it only had mess 5 times? These niggas be like, okay, man, here go, hit the play button.
Gives a fuck about it. We can go at you guys all the fucking time. I can come at you. I can come at Brittany, usually. And when Anton come on the panel, I know you guys are his friends, he's his team, whatever, but you change the rules for no reason and then you put it on other people. Is that fucking fair? It's not fucking fair. And when he calls it,
what's the rule that was changed, Fatty?
Substantiate your argument. That there's not the only rule of Fight Club. When on the rules that you guys propose says don't come at the host. There's no rule, right?
Nobody says you couldn't come at the host.
But today you said it.
No, I didn't.
Didn't Anton say it today? And you guys say I make my own rules and because he's better than you.
Listen. Let me tell you what happened, because this is where you off at. Nobody says that you can't come at the host, but if you're yelling back and forth and nobody can hear,
that is exactly what he said. And y'all, this happened after I came over here and started my live. That's why I started my live. I'm like, oh, you can't even go at the host. You can't go at the host. The host can go. You can't go after Aaron because he's hosting it. You can't go after Brittany because she's hosting it. So we got 3 hosts. You can't go after none of them. But it's Fight Club and they up there and they can talk about who the hell they want. Right? I'm be honest, Aaron is not and Brittany not built for this shit. And I'm gonna prove it in 2023, baby. Anton not built for this neither. And I'm gonna show that tomorrow. Well, as soon as when Leaky League tomorrow night. Yeah, man, I'm a strip on my shreds. Real name gonna be in the title. It's gonna be bad, y'all. It's gonna be bad. Y'all might be a little embarrassed how low Bomb gonna go. Bomb gonna go as low as I've seen them go in the last, I'm gonna say 6 months. After Kevin died, that's when Anton became bigger, and the nigga is just as low, if not worse than Kevin Samuels. And that's bad when I say some shit like that. That could be some badass shit. Right? Because one of them playing like he perceiving to be this millionaire who's above everybody. And so he gonna get some young people who gonna want to be like him. They're gonna want to you know, following his footsteps to a degree, but his footsteps are destructive. There's always some nigga to come and take some other sad ass nigga's place. And they just be just as bad as the other. You ever heard when sometimes you don't want to get rid of one because you never know how bad the person gonna take their place is? That's what has happened. Because these niggas who are no worse, no better, just as bad as Kevin Samuels, are dressing in suits and acting to be smart. And that would be the lead attorney, Anton Daniels, and everybody who complicit with these little motherfuckers. Anyway, here we go. Fair use. Here we go.
Distorted audio. Somebody's going to get muted, Fatty. So and let's just say me and you talking at the same time, right? No, the audio's distorted. Who you think's going to get muted so somebody can be heard?
Me, of course. I'm not the host.
So that's all that was happening. I didn't boot him. I didn't remove him. I muted him because they were talking at the same time.
But why are you justifying it by, oh, he's better than you, so he has the right to do it better than you?
That was not the justification.
But Aaron, you literally said
that wasn't.
You only have access to certain people, and he's better than you. You are literally. So Aaron, let me ask you.
Hold on, you can talk. Your first thing was, why are we muting people? I'm answering why the muting happened. Now, what's your next question?
My question is, I fuck with you and I respect you. This is very disappointing because it's always the same conversation every 2 months, right? My question to you is simple, Aaron. What are the rules of Fight Club so we can come here, all laugh together, all have fun and all that shit? Because, again, I don't want to be called ungrateful. When you guys know that I support the channel. I don't think you're ungrateful. Yeah, but that's the point. When he's calling me ungrateful, you wouldn't read me.
He may think that.
Well, no, Aaron, look at this, right? When he starts talking shit about me or whatever it is something, you guys peep. And when I talk about him or whatever something, you guys start talking. I'm not ungrateful. I support the show. I rock with you on your private show and Britney private show. I spend thousands of dollars on Fight Club trying to support. Why am I fucking ungrateful? I'm not. But instead of saying, hey, buddy, come on, man. Fatty's being here with us. He's cool. He's trying to support us, trying to rock with us. You stay quiet because you want to protect the team. I don't get it. I wouldn't let you.
What y'all think about that? Oh, dang. Okay. What, 8? It's 8. 1. Take your break. There is none. Yes, wait a minute. Hold on. Don't do that. Oh Lord, y'all. Let me hit the play button. Fair use, all that good old shit, okay? Legal Leak is taking my time up. And it's my grandson, so I'm gonna play with him. Here I come. I'm coming.
Patty, look, I hear what you're saying. I'll say this. Jay Prince came on the show. Ali got booted. First thing Jay Prince said, "Oh, you kicked my team up. I'm leaving." That's his team, right? So you have a problem with that, or should he have stayed and not said it's a team thing?
But I stayed. Didn't I?
No. But Fatty, that's somebody else. So you speaking for what you did, and then now I'm talking about what I did. I just said I don't think you're ungrateful.
That's the point. Jay Prince is Jay Prince. Fatty's Fatty.
So that's
Jay Prince. No, 1 second. Jay Prince came here and said we are leaving. I get my shit. I rock with Aaron, and I came on the panel. Anton said, "Hey man, block that time out that motherfucker." What happens? Time out.
Wait. Let me say this. So if he leaving, then why don't he leave completely? Why y'all on King Talk? Why you on the Lapeef Network? Why any of that? If y'all gonna move in solidarity, then why not completely remove yourself from everything? Why even? No.
Let me explain.
Hold on, wait. Let me finish. Why even ask me Why you even DMing me?
I DM'd you because I told you, hey, I understood that the beef situation, I thought it was an unresolved issue. If there's no unresolved issue, let's leave that shit in 2022. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to you and your family. I squashed it. I was like, okay, it's fine.
But what I'm saying is, listen. The tentacles extend all the way across the board.
Yes.
If you're going to wait, if he's going to divest himself, is just like modern women. Don't do it when it's convenient. Do it all the way.
But he's not divesting. He's a made man on the club. He's it all the time. Me, I'm early all the time. Ali is it all the time.
Because I'm just not hearing this for the first time. What I'm saying is that if he's leaving, then leave all the way.
But we are. He told we are leaving today. He was on yesterday's show because he was being booted all the time, and he was mad about it. He was not leaving Fight Club. He's about leading that show yesterday. Even before the day today, he came to me and he said, "Hey, bro, we want to go on Fight Club." And I said, "Let me work on this show, and tomorrow we are going there on Fight Club."
Listen. Can we please just put this to rest by just doing this? Look, I'm gonna do what I want to do when it comes to the different people that come on the platform, and if I feel disrespected, I'm gonna address them specifically.
Okay, that's fine.
Wait, let me finish. I'm gonna let you say whatever you want to say.
Yes.
All this drama shit, I don't say nothing negative about you or anybody else.
He don't have to, but Aaron does, and the rest of them do. You see, that's how they deny what they participate in, especially him. He's a bitch. Okay, because he'll go get Charleston White. Hold up, Nikki got me, y'all. I'm going to get my camera. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna have to end this. I'm gonna come back after I get weekly set up. I'm getting the camera, yeah. Tell everybody about my said Mama gonna be back when I'm done with it. Unless some people come up to talk. Leaky. If somebody came up to talk, I can leave it going, but she's not gonna let me stay, y'all. He pulling me now. Okay, y'all, we be back. Okay. Wait.